Today is the day that the American people are supposed to hear from the nominee. Yesterday was just...
Protesters heckling the Senate Judiciary Committee seconds into today's confirmation hearing for Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh.
Did anyone ask you to make any promises or assurances at all about the way that you would rule in certain cases?
No.
Were you asked about your views on Roe v. Wade?
No.
What makes a judge a good one?
I think the first thing that makes a good judge is independence, not being swayed by political or public pressure. That takes some backbone.
Kavanaugh referenced rulings on school segregation and Watergate, vowing to respect precedent and committing to collegiality, impartiality, and fairness. Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein focused on Kavanaugh's position on whether a sitting president should be investigated for wrongdoing and also on abortion rights, as in Roe v. Wade.
What would you say your position today is on a woman's right to choose?
Well, as a judge, it is an important precedent of the Supreme Court.
You have said that, and I quote, "If the president were the sole subject of a criminal investigation, I would say no one should be investigating that at all."
I've never taken a position on the Constitution on that question. I've only put out proposals for you all to study, to think about the balance of a president fighting a war, leading a war, and a president subject to, say, ordinary civil lawsuits, as in the Clinton versus Jones case.
Let me ask you, you're becoming very good. You're learning to filibuster.
So tell me about that. What interaction do you have with homeless people?
Senator, I regularly serve meals at Catholic Charities at 10th and G with Father John Ensler, who's the head of Catholic Charities D.C., and I've known since I was 9 years old when I was an altar boy. He was a Little Flower parish. And what you learn when you're at, I said I'm a Matthew 25, try to follow the lesson of serving the least fortunate among us. You know, when I was hungry, you gave me food, thirsty, you gave me drink, stranger, and you welcomed me, naked, and you clothed me, sick, and you cared for me, in prison, and you visited me. Six groups that, that's not exclusive, but that's a good place to start with your charitable works in your private time.
And so it continues right now. Each senator is given 30 minutes to question Kavanaugh. Senator Grassley says he expects today's hearing will last well into the evening.